Hey guys, hi, how are you? Welcome to another underperforming video on YouTube. My name is Juan Carlos and her name is
Lucette.
And she's been my wife for the last few years. We recently took delivery of our Tesla Model Y Performance and we're very excited to share with you what it's been like this couple of weeks that we own this vehicle. In this video, we're going to tell you what we like, what we dislike about this car. We're going to tell you the things that are important for somebody that comes from other than a Tesla, because there's a huge learning curve. At least for me, she's a little bit more tech savvy and she's taught me a lot of the processes that seem pretty complicated at first, but then get easier with time. Are you ready?
Hope you drop your phone.
She hopes I drop my phone. Look at that.
I really hope
And so I hope you stick around for this video. And if you like it, at the end, please consider subscribing and maybe leave us a comment or a question regarding our ownership experience. That's the best way to support our channel. Are you ready to settle?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. Today, me and the wife are gonna go test drive the Tesla Model Y. Every couple of years I get a new car bug and I'm overdue for a new car. It doesn't always have to be new, but I just get bored with cars.
She knows you're coming today.
I'll be honest with you guys, I wanted not to like it so much as I'm liking it, because I just wanted an excuse not to buy it. But I'm loving it so far. I'm afraid that it's gonna be too bumpy, and I don't want a bumpy car because I'm too old for that. I'm more of a function over form at this age, at this point in my life. So we're gonna take it for a spin. We're gonna put it on the highway as well to check that wind noise, see how bad it is. I'm trying to get used to this single pedal braking. This vehicle feels fast. It's very quiet because you don't hear the engine roar. It feels more like you're driving, like you're in a plane actually. Mighty. You see that bump? It's just an instant speed. She was like from 50 to 75 miles an hour, like in a second or something. I'm having a great time test driving this car. It feels very nimble. If you're not on the gas pedal. Did I say the gas pedal? Forget about that word. Let's head back to the dealership. Sorry, Tesla store. They're not called dealerships. I just got a notification that my Tesla Model Y is parked outside, so I'm just gonna go and take delivery of the car. I'm really nervous, like nervous, because I don't know what to expect. In my case, I live in California. I don't know how is it for other states, but they just dropped off the car in front of my house. And I'm supposed to go and inspect it, I guess, and sign paperwork that was left inside the vehicle. I watched a couple of videos saying what to look for, and I'm about to do that. Hopefully I pick up any flaws, anything that may be wrong with the vehicle, so that I can put it on the list so I can tell them, because there's nobody outside. The car is just by itself there. So wish me luck. How I said I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's a very unique experience. Think about it. When was the last time you took delivery of a car and some sort of sales rep wasn't there? Let's see what the car looks like in person, okay? So I was really expected to see it on this side of the street, and it's not here. Oh wait, I see it. It's over here. Never mind. Oh wow. My favorite color. Look at those massive wheels. I'm in love. Okay, so I'm gonna put you away for a little bit while I try to link my phone to the car, okay? I hope it doesn't start raining. It will. It's not full. Or 190. So let's see if I can open this car. Set delivery. So I finally unlocked it. So white. Okay. So the rep told me that there's going to be this paperwork on the passenger side. Let's look first for the obvious. Trying to find scratches. I remember Sofian from the Red Line Reviews, who said that his Tesla Model 3 Performance was delivered without this cool wing. So it has it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put this camera away for a little bit so I can actually do a serious inspection. Okay, well, I have the paperwork here and I'm supposed to sign this, and it says, "Welcome to the Tesla family. There are a few finalizing steps we need you to complete in order to register and complete your delivery. Please complete the following within the next 24 hours." Okay, well, it's the terms of my agreement, and I'm only going to sign wherever it says highlighted, which is the typical DNV paperwork. So, pretty familiar with this. I bought plenty of cars. I think this can wait for a little bit, because I really thought that this will include like a checklist of like the conditions of the vehicle when I found it on the street, because I literally found it on the street. So I'm gonna do a quick inspection of the car, make sure that everything is the way it should be. The windows open. Okay, since like I'm done with the paperwork, let's just drop it off at the FedEx store, and let's go charge it. This is the first opportunity that I get with my wife to shoot this intro video about this car. We took delivery of it 2 weeks ago, and unfortunately she couldn't be at home at the time of delivery because she worked, so I had to do it by myself. And she's been driving it to work. This is her primary driver, so that was the reason why I was so interested in her liking this car, because even though I like the car, I had to sell it to her because she's the main driver. I only drive it on the weekends, and maybe when she's off work I get a chance to drive it around. And when it's time to charge it, I'm the designated charger of this car. So how do you like the car so far, Lucero?
I like it. It's very easy to use. You just need to get used to the, what's not the gas, it's
the go pedal.
Yeah.
We keep calling it the gas pedal, but it's more like the go pedal.
Because you take it off and it starts slowing down, so you just need to get used to that.
Yeah, that's the 1 foot driving, or they call it something like that. So yeah, so you drive with 1 foot. So yeah, it took me a while to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it's actually very convenient to use that single pedal driving. That's what it's called, single pedal driving. And she drives it to work, and that's where the car shines the most, because these cars regenerate energy with the regenerative I'm not even gonna try it. But anyways, when you step off the go pedal, it starts regenerating energy for you. And so that's where you get the most mileage for the car, is in city driving. And that's what she does, because she has a super short commute. And so she's been driving it at all times. I've taken it on a couple of trips, which is the difference. And we recently took it on a long trip, longer, because the range on this vehicle is 303 miles. I think it's not even close to that on the real life. So we took this trip, and it was about 280 miles to the place, and I had to recharge on the way back. And she got to experience that, because we had to stop in a town called Temecula, where we had to charge in the middle of the mall. But for city driving, this is it. What are your favorite features so far, Lucero?
The screen, everything it's in there, from like managing your seats, your karaoke nights.
We already hit the karaoke.
Yeah, it's very easy to use. It's like a big phone.
That's what people call it. They call it an iPhone on wheels. And yeah, and you know, I'm not that technologically I'm not that again,
tech savvy.
I'm not that tech savvy, and she's the one that has learned most of the features. It always takes me sub menus to get the things, and I always forget that you can do a lot of the controls. You can move a lot of the stuff with the voice command. Simple things as opening the glove compartment. It doesn't have an actual
button to press and open.
Yeah,
you
it doesn't
have to do it either through the screen or the voice command.
Or the voice command, and I always keep forgetting simple things as unlocking the door when I go pick her up from work. There's not an unlock button, so you have to do is when you come to a stop, you have to put it in parking so that she has access to open the door unlocked from the outside. The learning curve is huge in this car, at least for somebody like me that I'm a rock when it comes to technology. And she's the one that drives it the most, so sometimes she's the one that tells me how to do certain things that in other cars are just simple because of the many designated buttons that you have for single functions, which is not the case on this. You only have these two controls right here on the steering wheel, and then you got two more on the steering column, and that's it. That's all you have. And then you have the huge touch screen where you basically command everything that you need from this vehicle. We've used the features such as karaoke. It's very entertaining. We read. What was that?
It's not.
She doesn't think I'm a good singer, but we have different opinions, and I think I'm a good singer. The low profile of the tires makes for a very bumpy drive, and if you're not used to it, it's a very sporty ride. But what makes up for it is super comfortable seats. So I enjoy driving it. And it's weird because my other car is a 1989 BMW 3 Series with a stick shift transmission. So I have to do everything for the car. And it's odd that I find this car as enjoyable to drive because in this car, basically the car does everything for you. But it's for different reasons. This car is so smart. And we were talking about it, how the lane keeping assist on our prior 2018 Lexus RX 350, it kind of guided you in the lane, but it was very boaty, so it would move around and it asked you to always try to be recentering the car. This is not the case.
It was different. It was like slapping your hand if you were getting off the actual lane.
Yes, and this is more like it will stab the center of the lane and keep you there and drive you there. And then once in a while, it will ask you to tap or move a little bit of the steering wheel to remind the car that you are actually paying attention. So this car doesn't necessarily drive itself, but as long as you're in control, all you have to do is lay the hands on the steering wheel, and with the adaptive cruise control and the autopilot, it makes for a very comfortable drive. You can trust the car that it will follow the lane. Only in a couple of occasions I noticed that the car gets lost a little bit, and that's why you're supposed to be in control of the car. How about the speed, Lucero? What do you think about the acceleration of this car?
It's very fast.
Very fast, right?
Yeah.
Have you learned the modes of this car?
The one?
It has the chill. That's where we are right now.
Yes.
And what's the other one?
Sport.
Sport and chill, right? And we mostly keep it in sport. I mean, we mostly keep it in chill just because it's a little bit better for.
It's more comfortable too.
Right? It's just the gas pedal or the go pedal. It's a little bit more numb, so it almost feels like a normal slow car. But once you put it on the sport, it's very aggressive. This car is a very fast car, especially if you have never driven an electric car before. That instant torque that you get from any electric car is very particular. And in this car, when you put it in sport, it's very fast. So what do you think about this sunroof, Lucero? Do you think it lets too much sunlight in? Do you feel that toasty?
Oh no, not at all. It almost feels like it's a shield, and the space inside the car, it's like very open. Like you feel like you're actually don't have a roof, but you do.
Yeah, well,
it kind of protects you from the sun. Like you don't feel any heat coming through it at all.
But yes, and right now it's let me see, what time is it right now? It's 5:26. So even though this is California sun, it's a little bit cooler. The other day, a couple of days ago, I drove it at around 1, and I was at the charging station. I was there for about 30 minutes, and it was a little bit hotter, and the sun was a little bit more directly above me. So I did feel that difference, and it was kind of toasty. Your choices are open sunroof and open sunroof. I personally wish it had a way to close it, just to have that option to just close it. Any other things that you like about this car, Lucero, that you want to mention in this video?
The white interiors.
Oh, the white interior. I think it was a great choice that we made. The white interior.
It looks very clean, at least for now.
And then we have puppies, right? So we
Yeah.
had to put a blanket and hope that we can keep it clean. But the white interior, the white exterior. Even though the white exterior is the stock color, and for some people may consider that boring, I actually like white cars a lot. So I think we made the right choice with the right combination. It looks very nice. When I first saw this interior on the Model 3 years ago when it first came out, I didn't like it too much because it was just too stark, not a lot to see. But it grew on me. I really like this interior, and especially with the white interior and the white and black, it looks very classy, very clean, very everything you need, nothing you don't. And I remember stepping off from the test drive that one day when we test drove the car and stepping back into our Lexus RX 350. And when I look at that interior, I realized that interior represented the past. The simplicity of this interior is just great. The sound, how do you like that sound system, Lucero?
Oh, it's really nice.
Really nice. I think
And very quiet because it doesn't have the usual motor. It's very quiet. So when you hear the music, it's just the music.
in vehicles, we want to make a road trip and we want to spend the night on the back.
No.
I do. We'll get to it. We're thinking that with this pandemic, we don't get to travel a lot like we like. So we're going to have to do road trips. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to take our doggies with us and tell you all about it. So that has been all for today. We're going to try to bring you more content related to our ownership experience about this Tesla Model Y.
He is. I'm not.
She's going to be in some of these videos as well. I promise. I'll try my best. So thank you for being with us, Lucero.
Anytime.
Like and subscribe. See you next time.